Hello, my name is Blake Patterson, and welcome to Afro Reviews. On the latest episode of the classic series, I examine Days of Heaven. In Days of Heaven, Linda colloquially narrates, "Nobody's perfect, there was never a perfect person around. You just have half angel and half devil in you." Linda is a child, yet she communicates with so much experience. Various hardships have shaped Linda's perspective on the human condition because her role models have triumphed as much as failed. Linda's unexpected wisdom speaks for the grace and intelligence of Terrence Malick's second feature, Days of Heaven. On a superficial level, Days of Heaven focuses on a migrant couple and the man's sister, Linda, who moved to the Texas Panhandle, where a wealthy farmer expects his workers to harvest crops. The aggressive, youthful Bill persuades his lover Abby to deceive the farmer into a marriage to inherit the farmer's money when Bill learns of his illness. Malick transforms a conventional idea into a pastoral poem about loss, greed, and survival in the early 20th century. With his first two films, Malick reconfigured American notions through a unique paradox by finding truths beneath an idyllic facade through romantic imagery. As Badlands subverts James Dean-inspired rebellion, Days of Heaven looks beyond the idealism of the American dream. By designing the narrative from Linda's perspective, Malick displays the distance a child would have with adult matters, as the rich would towards the lower classes. Linda's point of view allows Malick to explore the worker's lifestyle and how the farmer regards his employees through a series of random moments during different seasons. In this case, some viewers may have a problem with how Days of Heaven evolves because it does not follow a prototypical structure. For example, Pauline Kael venomously writes, "What is unspoken in this picture weighs heavily on us, but we're not quite sure what it is. The film is an empty Christmas tree. You can hang all your dumb metaphors on it." One could be coy and say movies should not follow the same structure to satisfy people, but viewers will feel however they desire. However, everyone agrees about Malick's masterly depiction of the early 20th century. Much of the film takes place during Magic Hour, a brief period when the sun sets, and the aftermath, so the images exude a rare glow unlike any motion picture. Nestor Almendros's painterly images are romantic in their color, focus, and framing, and the craftsmanship is miraculous in its transportation. Haskell Wexler also deserves credit for continuing Days of Heaven's style after Almendros left for another project. Ennio Morricone's classical score, which alludes to the opening music Carnival of the Animals, complements the film with its overwhelming ease. Like Badlands, Malick accomplishes his tragedy in aesthetically romantic vein. Much has been written, both negatively and positively, about the acting in Days of Heaven. While the poetic imagery lingers in Malick's portrait, Days of Heaven would feel different without the contributions from Richard Gere, Brooke Adams, Sam Shepard, and Linda Manns. Gere and Shepard excel in moving from restraint to ferocity in scenes where revelations occur. Malick juxtaposes Adams's playful innocence with Manns's surprising wisdom. Part of the tragedy is how Manns is more mature than her brother and his lover, and the players beautifully convince the audience with this detail. Even with all its memory-soaked images, Days of Heaven is emotionally resonant in how Malick empathetically constructs his poem with an equal amount of enigmas and themes. Days of Heaven affects the heart as much as it challenges the mind. There have been many Malick descendants since the 70s. While several emulators have done well, their work could not ever achieve Days of Heaven's position in the medium because Malick established a standard for cinematic poetry in America. Most movies age poorly in quality, but Days of Heaven ages like the finest wine. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great night.